everyone, and welcome back. It's Sunday, August 18th. I'm out to remove a bald-faced hornet nest. It's low to the ground in a young pine tree, the customer told me, so I think this would be a good one to film, being low to the ground and whatnot. I did some work for them last year. They like my work. They're hiring me back again. It's up in Chester Springs. It's kind of overcast this morning, so I don't have to worry about the heat really. We're actually getting another heat wave. It's going to be in the 90s, I think, starting today or tomorrow later, but it's still pretty early in the morning, so I'm trying to hit this one while it's still cool out. So it shouldn't be too bad and pretty straightforward. Hope you enjoy it, and see you when I get there. All right, bye-bye. All right, so here's an interesting nest. There's a bald-faced hornet nest and a young spruce. See right there, it's actually at near the top. I set my equipment down, and since I had been removing a lot of nests, I guess with the vacuum, they're all over the vacuum. Kind of see a couple swarming. So I got to get to my equipment. Unfortunately, I don't have any gloves on yet, so I got to get to my gloves. So it's almost like getting their vengeance from other nests. So got to be careful about that. Get my equipment and get going. But it's like they're already on to me. See, the pheromone was actually on the vacuum. The alarm pheromone from other nests I've removed. So they, even though this is a different colony, I guess the alarm pheromone is universal. Especially since I removed some bald-faced hornet nests yesterday. They're already going off a little bit. And again, this is a young spruce the nest is in, so I'm getting rid of them now. I always suit up at the car, so it's a smart thing to do. You get into doing this, don't bring your equipment to an active nest before you get suited up. Make sure you're suited up first. Words of wisdom for the day. Here. They're trying to get a piece of it. Everything's holding up good so far. Leave it by the entrance and suck them up. Dwindle the numbers. This is probably the physically strongest stinging insect I deal with. They just really bump into you. Actually push in on the screen. It's unnerving. With this one I'm looking down, so I got more clearance, but my sinuses, I noticed it in my sinuses, that venom. Man, they're hanging off of me. And this nest wasn't aggressive when I first got here. The customer was showing me. I didn't have my equipment out near yet, and they were just kind of going about their business, but as soon as they smell that pheromone, that alarm pheromone, they go off. And that pheromone would have been from another nest, from a nest I removed before. But it's universal. So my equipment probably reeks of alarm pheromone. Hopefully it's turning out. I banged on the nest a little bit and got him to summit, come out. Swarmed out. it there and let it do its work. Some in the back of the nest. So I've been going at it for a little bit. What I usually do is I'll stop the vacuum because there's a lot of them that are like wary of it. So I let them fly back to the nest and then I start up again. This way there's like no obstruction. Like the vacuum hose isn't there like obstructing like where the nest is, so they just kind of go back to it and they're kind of on guard for a little bit. But they go back and then I vacuum them up again. Kind of see them at the entrance. Hopefully you can see them. I did let at least one new queen fly out. I vacuumed up one, but I did see another one kind of fly out. So and there's I saw a bunch of embryo nests around here. So there's species not at any risk around here. A lot of nests. All right, here's the catch so far. It's not done yet, but if you look, you can see some yellow jackets in there too. Actually, baldfish one is a yellow jacket, but I see at least 2 yellow jackets. The heads of some other ones, so they seems like they feed. They use other yellow jackets as prey. There's one right there. See where I'm pointing? My glove. There's another one there. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. So it's always interesting. You can kind of see the prey that they bring back. Yeah, it's right there about the center. One of the yellow jackets. Like twice the size of a Vespula yellow jacket. There's another one there. There's a head of one here. So these 3, 4 yellow jackets actually. There's another one right here. If I can pick it up, actually that's what I'll try to do. I got gloves on, but try to get it. See right there. It's interesting, there's like a chain gang, all stuck with the wings and the legs. Interesting when I picked it up, but yeah, there's the yellow jacket. They decapitated it, but was used as prey. It's one of them. Just had a fog in the entrance a little bit. It's kind of minimized so they don't swarm out more, but kind of pretty top knot up there. Nice looking nest. I cut it out of the tree now. Can't film that because I need both hands. But I'll show you when I get it down. So I didn't want to destroy too much of the tree because the customer didn't want a big hole in the top. So what I had to do was just kind of pull it out in pieces. And you can see they all just kind of drop from the fog. See some more flying around, but get rid of those. Get it out of there. There's not a big hole, but it's really in there. Not the prettiest extraction, but to save the integrity of the tree, got to do it this way. As you can see, they have some new queens. These are some queens here. They'd be the mothers of next year's colonies. And vacuum them up. I did see this is a male. It looks like a male there. Males don't have a stinger, of course. Had to tape up my glove. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was actually attached to this main branch here, so I would really have to take pretty much the whole top off if I wanted to get the nest out in one piece, and the customer wouldn't have been too happy about that. So, which I understand. I mean, I wouldn't want my tree destroyed either. So here's the catch. As you can see, they prey on other yellow jackets. They're smaller yellow jacket cousins they eat. Just everything goes in here. Won't be anything new hatching out. Another shot of the nest. Already quite a few hatched out from the second comb too, a lot of queens. So some of them did fly away, so the nest isn't a complete loss. It did produce some queens that left. All right, and when they swarm like this, some finishing up work, but fog the area, and then that'll just take care of the stragglers. It actually works. You wouldn't think so, but works pretty well. I'll vacuum up those on the ground. All right, August the 18th, 2019. Have a good one.